Hi there, my name is Casey Constantine. I'm an independent real estate broker based in Sacramento, California. If you're thinking about selling your home, I have a special offer for you. Your home sold in 10 days for market price, guaranteed. So what is market price? Well, it's the highest price that a willing, ready buyer is willing to pay for a property. And it really kind of goes up and down. There's not a true way to find market price until you get that offer. So typically you start high, you start with your asking price, say $325, and then you wait to get offers, and if you don't get offers, you start to bring the price down until you meet market price, which could be around $300 this time. And this takes time, and it's not the most efficient way. So in my method, I do the opposite. It's kind of like the contrarian method, sort of like an auction. I ask low, so we start the price really low, way below market, or best offer. You might have seen this like when selling cars or furniture, OBO, or best offer, and we explain that this is just the starting price and we're going to take offers or bids for a short time. 10 days is the time I found that works the best. Think about this. If you are a buyer and you're looking through these listings, you keep seeing prices, and then you see this one that's like way below, like $50,000, $100,000 below than the other comparable houses, what are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna notice it. You're gonna zero in on that right away. That's the first one you're gonna go see. That's the first one you're gonna call your agent about. You might not even call your agent. You're gonna just drive there and find out why there's such a great deal on this property, and you're gonna find out that there's sort of like a bidding war, but we make the war fair. So it's not really a war, it's just a competition. And so there's gonna be a ton of activity. Lots of people will look at the listing and they're all gonna come out all at once, and we're gonna take offers for 10 days to create that competition. And people can up their offer at any time. So we're gonna do open offers. So again, it's kind of like an auction. I don't really call it an auction because people have misconceptions about what an auction is. They think you have to have cash or whatever, but I'm just making it an open bidding process is what I'm calling it, for 10 days, and then it ends on Sunday night. It goes from a Friday for the first weekend, then the following week, and then ends Sunday on the following weekend. So you get 2 weekends of exposure, and bidders can raise their bids at any time. It's open, so that's what makes it fair. So you actually know there's real competition, and you know the listing agent isn't lying to you when they say there's multiple offers, which often you wonder, are there really multiple offers? So this creates a fair bidding environment, and so they're not competing against you, the seller, they're competing against each other. Now you might be wondering, well, what if the bidding doesn't get high enough to meet what you're looking to get out of the property? Well, kind of like an auction, we were going to have a reserve price, and we're going to let everybody know that there's a certain price that you have in mind, and it's a secret price, but the buyers that way know that if the bidding doesn't meet your reserve price, you don't have to sell. So full disclosure. So asking price doesn't mean you have to sell it for that, and we're going to determine what the market price is through the bidding, and then you get to decide if you still want to sell. So there's 7 steps to this process that I have come up with by trying this for a few times. I've done it over the years, and now I have put together a really solid plan for how to do this consistently every time. So step 1 is we get all of the reports done ahead of time. We're talking home inspection, pest inspection, roof, well and septic if there is that, and then we get the preliminary title done ahead of time, and we get all of the seller disclosures filled out ahead of time. So the buyers have all of the info they need to make a decision. Step 2 is we get full package photography done, which means I'm gonna do 2D photos, HDR, straight lines, professional 2D photos. We're gonna do 3D photos, and those are really awesome. And we have a vendor that does those. Now we're gonna do drone shots. We're gonna fly a drone in the air and get some amazing shots, and video. And video is very important nowadays. It's becoming more and more important because that's what people do, is they watch videos all day long. So we're gonna have amazing videos done. Step 3 is the most important step, and that is we will list the property on the MLS for about 75% of comps, of comparable sales. And I'll help with the comps, and we'll talk about this opening price. And it doesn't really matter. It could even be like 70 or even half price. It really is just a starting price. And we're going to disclose in the listing that we're going to be taking offers, and the highest best offer by the end of the 10 days is what gets the property, as long as you agree. Step number 4 is, now that we have it listed, we're going to advertise it everywhere. We're going to cover all of the spectrum, the full spectrum. We're going to have social media ads on Facebook and Instagram and internet. We're going to have direct mail marketing. We're going to send postcards to the neighbors. We're going to do an email blast to all the local real estate agents and investors and clients. And we're going to do flyers and bulletin board ads and signs on the street. Everything we can think of, we're going to do. And I have a list of everything we're going to do, and I'll show you that soon. Now, how many agents will do an open house for you? Some will, some won't. Well, I'm going to do daily open houses for the entire 10 days. That's because every open house is an opportunity to talk to a potential buyer, answer questions, and if they don't have an agent, I can help them with that too. Since I'm also a lender, I'm a mortgage loan originator and have a license to do that, I can pre-qualify them on the spot. So being there every day is a good thing for increasing all of the potential opportunities and maximizing everything. And I will be there myself, or one of my agents will be holding it open the whole time. Now, if your house is occupied, we don't have to do that. We can just do one big open house on the last weekend, or maybe 2 open houses on each weekend, and then have certain showing times in between. But we're going to maximize this part as much as we can. People can put in bids at any time as long as they have seen the house, and that's one rule we have, is they have to have come to the open house or have seen it with an agent. And then Sunday night, we're going to do a final round of bidding. We're going to call everybody up, or we're probably going to have a little website set up. I'm setting up a kind of like an auction where they can log in and see the current bidding. And so we're going to give everyone a chance Sunday night to up their bid if they'd like to become the highest bidder. And we're going to call everyone down the list until everyone drops out. So we'll call someone, say, hey, the current bid is at this. Would you like to raise your bid by $1,000? Or would you like to drop out? And so we'll keep doing this. They call this the round robin auction type of method. And then we will have our high bidder emerge Sunday night. And then on Monday, as long as you're okay with the price, and if you're not okay with the high bid, we can still do some negotiation and see if there's any way we can meet in the middle. And if everyone agrees to the price and the terms, we will go ahead and actually start the escrow Monday. And at that point, it will become like a regular sale. We have a purchase contract. We could have an inspection window, but really they already have all the inspections. So it should be a pretty smooth escrow at that point. And if something happens, guess what? You have the next bidder like $1,000 below that, and then another one and another one. So you have like a whole list of backup buyers with this method. And that is my method, sold in 10 days, market price guaranteed. And if for some reason we can't get you market price, then I will go ahead and reimburse you for the reports. And that's really the only thing I ask you to pay up front, is to get the home inspection and the pest and the other reports done. And I will cover the rest of the expenses out of my commission. And then my guarantee is that we don't get this for you done for market price, then I will reimburse the reports. So it's really no cost to you to try this, and all of the cost is on me. So I'm taking all of the risk because I really believe in this method. So thank you for listening to my presentation. It's my first one. It's like a rough draft. Let me know what you think.